The city of Milan, already renowned as the beating heart of fashion, was thrown into an even brighter spotlight this week as BTS's Jin arrived for Gucci's Spring-Summer 2026 showcase. While Fashion Week is no stranger to celebrities and high-profile appearances, European media outlets are declaring that this year's spotlight belongs firmly to the K-pop superstar. Jin, who became Gucci's global ambassador in 2024, made his highly anticipated arrival in Italy following days of speculation after he was spotted at Incheon International Airport. The anticipation quickly turned into frenzy as European outlets from La Repubblica to Le Figaro splashed his image across front pages, describing him as the new face of global luxury. Reports emphasize that Jin's presence did not merely complement the Gucci show, it overshadowed it, with thousands of fans and journalists lining the streets near the venue in hopes of seeing him. Fashion critics have noted the cultural weight behind Jin's attendance. Gucci, a brand known for blending tradition with contemporary flair, found in Jin the perfect embodiment of that philosophy. His understated airport look, casual yet refined, and his poised demeanor upon arriving in Milan were celebrated as a fresh departure from the expected pomp of celebrity appearances. Jin is rewriting the rules, one Italian columnist remarked, proving that authenticity and elegance can command more attention than any extravagant display. Meanwhile, the reaction from European fashion insiders has been unprecedented. German publications referred to his appearance as the moment Milan became global beyond fashion, while Spanish media outlets highlighted the economic ripple effect of his presence, pointing to rising tourist activity and fan-driven commerce around the event. French magazines, often guarded in their praise, openly compared the phenomenon surrounding Jin to the cultural waves once reserved for Hollywood icons. The digital sphere has mirrored this frenzy. Within hours of Jin stepping foot in Milan, hashtags such as Jinx Gucci SS26 and Jin Takes Milan topped trending charts not only in Asia, but across Europe as well. Fans documented every angle of his arrival, from his interactions with staff to the moment he entered Gucci's venue, turning what is traditionally a fashion-focused week into a global media spectacle. What makes this moment historic, analysts say, is not simply that Jin attended, but that his presence reshaped the narrative of Milan Fashion Week itself. No longer was the discussion solely about fabrics, collections, or designers. It was about the cultural power of a K-pop idol who has successfully transcended his origins to become a global fashion icon. As Milan Fashion Week continues, one fact is clear: the event may be remembered less for the runway and more for Jin's arrival. European media are unanimous. This was not just another celebrity appearance, but a turning point in how fashion and entertainment collide on the world stage. Across the Atlantic, American media wasted no time in amplifying the frenzy already ignited in Europe. Outlets such as Vogue US, The New York Times, and Billboard published extensive features within hours of Jin's Milan appearance, declaring him not only the face of Gucci's new era, but also the new standard of celebrity influence. In a piece titled Jin BTS Redefines Milan Fashion Week, Vogue US highlighted how the K-pop superstar managed to outshine Hollywood's traditional fashion darlings, a feat rarely achieved by non-Western celebrities. The magazine noted that Jin's appeal lies not in extravagant stunts, but in his ability to command global attention with authenticity, elegance, and quiet confidence. The New York Times echoed this sentiment, stating, Jin's presence in Milan underscores the cultural shift. Today's global icons are no longer defined by geography, but by resonance. Jin embodies that shift. Meanwhile, Billboard focused on the intersection of music and fashion, describing Jin as a bridge between two of the most influential industries in the world. The report emphasized that Jin's participation in Milan Fashion Week was not just about fashion, it was a statement of power, proving how seamlessly K-pop now weaves into global cultural narratives. Fans in the United States mirrored the excitement, with hashtags such as Jin Takes Milan trending across US Twitter, often accompanied by commentary like "This is bigger than the runway," and "Jin has redefined what it means to be a global ambassador." Some even drew parallels to historic cultural moments, arguing that Jin's presence in Milan would be remembered as a turning point in how Asian artists are represented on the global stage. Together, the dual coverage from Europe and the US created a media storm rarely seen for a single celebrity appearance. Analysts point out that while many stars attend Fashion Week, only a handful ever manage to dominate headlines simultaneously across continents. Jin's Milan arrival has proven that he is no longer just a participant in global events. He is the headline, the defining story that makes the event itself historic. As the Gucci show prepares to unveil its Spring-Summer 2026 collection, speculation continues to mount. Will Jin simply be an honored guest, or could he take part in a surprise collaboration campaign or even walk the runway? Whatever the outcome, the message is already clear. From Europe to America, Jin BTS has turned Milan Fashion Week into a global cultural moment. The fusion of European astonishment and American acknowledgement has created what many cultural commentators are calling an unprecedented wave. In the world of fashion, where Western names have traditionally dominated headlines, Jin's rise represents a seismic shift. No longer is Milan Fashion Week being discussed only for its designers or its runways. It is being chronicled as the moment when K-pop, embodied by Jin, fully claimed its place at the center of global culture. For Europe, his presence has been described as a disruption, fashion houses and critics grappling with the realization that the gravitational pull of K-pop can overshadow centuries-old traditions of couture. For America, the narrative is less of a disruption and more of a recognition, a public acknowledgement that Jin belongs in the same cultural conversation as Hollywood's most powerful names. The two narratives, though nuanced, converge on a single point: Jin BTS has become impossible to ignore. What makes this even more remarkable is that Jin has done so without overstatement. His airport look in Seoul, understated yet polished, sparked global debates. His arrival in Milan, calm and composed, was enough to tilt the balance of media coverage. And the speculation surrounding his role at Gucci's Spring-Summer 2026 show has transformed into a storyline more captivating than the show itself. As one European columnist quipped, "The real Gucci masterpiece this season may not be on the runway, it may be sitting front row." Fans too have felt the weight of this moment. In both Europe and America, armies are gathering in real life and online, creating a shared narrative that transcends borders. Their chants at airports, their banners in Milan, and their digital mobilization in the US all speak to the same truth. Jin is not just their idol, he is their representation in a world that once dismissed K-pop as niche. Industry insiders predict that this could mark the beginning of a new template for global fashion weeks, where attendance is not defined solely by celebrity status, but by cultural resonance. Jin embodies both, commanding loyalty from millions of fans, while simultaneously gaining respect from the most exclusive fashion circles. His presence forces the industry to rethink the hierarchy of influence, proving that the center of culture is no longer static, it moves, and right now it moves with him. As the lights in Milan prepare to dim and Gucci readies its Spring-Summer 2026 unveiling, there is little doubt about what the true highlight will be. Designers will showcase their vision, models will strut with precision, but the story that will outlive the show is Jin. His image, his aura, his symbolism, these are what the world will remember. From Europe's headlines to America's think pieces, Jin has rewritten the story of Milan Fashion Week 2025. What was once a seasonal showcase of fabric and form has now become a cultural milestone. The world is no longer asking what Gucci will present, but rather how Jin will define it, and that in itself is history. What we are witnessing is not simply another chapter in Jin's career, it is the transformation of the global cultural landscape. Milan Fashion Week has always been about prestige, tradition, and legacy, but with Jin's arrival, the event has become something more, a cultural crossover that bridges continents. His presence has proven that K-pop idols are no longer outsiders invited into the luxury world for novelty. They are now the heartbeat of its future. European fashion critics admit that they underestimated the sheer force of his influence, noting that Jin did not just appear in Milan, he redefined it. American commentators, meanwhile, have declared that this moment proves K-pop's permanence in the global cultural order. Together, these perspectives form a consensus. Jin BTS is not only a superstar in music and fashion, he is a global phenomenon reshaping how industries view influence itself. The whispers now circulating behind closed doors in Milan are telling. Some insiders hint that Gucci's creative directors may have designed specific moments in the show with Jin in mind, while others suggest a forthcoming campaign that will put him at the forefront of Gucci's 2026 narrative. Whatever the truth, the anticipation has already surpassed the show's runway collections, a rare occurrence in the highly controlled world of luxury fashion. What makes Jin's moment so extraordinary is the way he commands both spectacle and subtlety. He does not need extravagant theatrics to dominate. His calm walk through Incheon, his composed arrival in Milan, and his understated charm have ignited more discussion than the most elaborate runway stunts. In that simplicity lies his power, authenticity that resonates across cultures, continents, and generations. As the cameras prepare to capture Gucci's Spring-Summer 2026 collection, it is clear that every lens will also be fixed on him. Whether seated front row, walking backstage, or even appearing for just a few moments, Jin's presence is destined to eclipse the very stage he attends. And when the reviews are written, when the headlines roll out, one name will dominate them all. Not just Gucci, not just Milan, but Jin. From Seoul to Milan, from European capitals to American newsrooms, the story is already written. Jin BTS has turned Milan Fashion Week into a global phenomenon, proving once again that he is not just part of history, he is the one making it.